Morning, folks. Italian Woodward, Fish Hounds Guide Service. It's looking like all this quarantine corona mess, I'm hoping, is about to come to an end. It's April the 26th, and it's, I think, fixing to kind of let up a little bit for May, I'm hoping. So I've got a lot of trips booked in May, a lot of guides on certain parts, like certain parishes in Louisiana. They kind of shut us down a little bit, but I've got a lot of trips coming up, actually starting Friday, which is May 1st. I've got a group from Lafayette that's going to be here Friday and Saturday, fishing with me 2 days, and then pretty consistent trips after that through the month of May. So anyway, I'm out. Dropped a lot of new brush here recently in the last 3 weeks or so, and that's what we've been doing a lot of since we've been slowed up on our guidance. So we've built a lot of brush piles, and so that's what I'm out doing today. Thought I'd bring you along with me. I'm gonna be checking a lot of new brush piles just to see if any of them starting to hold some fish yet, hopefully. And I got some laydowns I'm going to look at, so just kind of scouting around a little bit. I'm going to be using hair jigs mostly. I'm not going to fish any of the spots real hard. I'm going to be trying some hair jigs. This is one that's pretty popular. My wife used to sell out my tackle shop. This was one of her #1 sellers. Just got either a lead or a silver head. That's a 16th ounce jig. I think that's called a rainbow flash that the neck is tied with there, and then just a white tail with some sparkly, I think it's called tinsel or something, sparkly flash in the tail of it. But anyway, it's kind of basic but very popular and catches a lot of fish. We used to sell a lot of them. So she finally got her to tie me, slow down long enough to tie me some of these. I've actually been using it some lately out by myself. I hadn't been videoing it, but I've been doing good with it. Also, this one here is one she's recently done for me. That's another 16th ounce black head. It's got a chartreuse, kind of a thick, fluffy body, chartreuse body with just a black tail. And I might actually use a crappie psychic trailer on this as well. So, but anyway, a couple jigs I'm gonna probably be using mostly today, hair jigs. These are sickle hooks. That's what she uses, and so that's what we're gonna be using mostly. Hopefully one of these two will catch me some fish. If not, I'll have to bust out some Bobby Garlands or something. So anyway, that's what we're doing. We're going to just check some stuff, look at some laydowns, look at some new brush piles, some old brush piles. If there's fish on them, we may catch one or two just to identify that they're crappie, and then we're going to move on. So let's see what we can do, see if we can find a few fish. All right, I got several fish right there under that log. It looks about 14 foot deep. I'm on a drop right here. It's going from about 12 out to about 15, 16, and about 15 or 20 foot, and there's some fish right up under that log right there. I'm pretty sure they're crappie. See if I can get in there with them. All right, going right in there with them. Pretty hazy right here. I'm gonna have to adjust my screen a little bit, but I got a jig. There he went right there. That's him right there. Nice, it's a little small one, but I felt like that was crappie. The way they're stacked up right there. I hit another spot a while ago that I thought the same thing on. It was a little deeper water, ended up being a little water catfish. But anyway, that's off that little hair jig. Little rainbow flash hair jig, little small crappie. I'll throw them back. Looks like there's a few bigger ones in there too as well. It's a good look, but the way they're stacked up right there, I was pretty confident. See right there, they're stacked in there pretty tight wad. I felt, and they're little, got that football shape that you're looking for. Looks like little footballs down there. So See if we can get another one. Falling right in there pretty close. There's my fish, there's my jig. That looks like a little bit. Here comes one right there. Got one finna hit me right there now. Yeah. Several crappie right there. Right there. See if I can adjust this contrast a little bit, get something a little cleaner. There they are. A lot of brush right there in the valley of this little old creek channel coming into this cove. There's like 5 little short brush piles right there. Probably be some, I don't know whose they are, not mine, but it'd probably be some something good for winter or hot summer, because that tops of most of that stuff's 20 foot or deeper. So yeah, I'm not seeing any crappie around it at all. All right, here's a little taller brush. Several standing up tree brush piles. Looks like some fish in the top of that one right there. Jigs right in there with it. Yeah, there goes. Whoop, missed him. Missed that fish right there. Yeah, there's some fish sitting in the top of that brush. A pretty good fish right at me. It looks like a bass, so it's a big looking fish. All right, they're not hitting this vertical jigging, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try and pitch. That's crappie all right in there. I'm gonna just try to pitch and let it slow fall through and see if I can get some reaction bites with a fall past them. Let it just swim over the top of them, hopefully. There I am right there coming down. There's a good little group of fish in there. Yeah, there's a lot of crappie in this pile. I'm right in there. Got some smaller fish chasing me. Get in there with them bigger ones. Yeah, I'm right in there with some bigger fish now. Got something coming. Yeah, there's some nice crappie in that brush. Oh, there he is right there. That's a good fish. See him come up out of there? He's tight in there on that brush pile. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. Real nice fish. Oh. Man, these suckers, the few I've caught this morning, boy, they're powerhouses. They're pulling good. Big old white crappie. See if I can get her in here without losing her. Oh yeah, that's a pretty fish there, guys. Goodness gracious, look how pretty that fish is. Beautiful fish right there. Okay, this is one of my newer brush piles here. It looks to be quite a number of fish in it. I can't tell, they're not looking really huge or anything. I'm wondering if it's a bunch of brim, but it's definitely loaded up with fish, that's for sure. I'm gonna pitch in there on them and see if we can catch one of them and identify what we got here. All right, I'm right in there with them now. Yeah, this brush pile's got a lot of fish on it, whatever it is. Falling in there right there. Here comes a fish at me. Here comes one now. There, oh, missed him. Okay, I got one right there. Yeah, it's a little crappie, ain't it? No, yeah, it's a nice crappie. And for a second, I thought it was a sand bass the way it was running. Yeah, he's laid right on the top of that brush pile. Actually, my scalded him a little bit. The boat's so hot. Come here, baby. Good looking fish, too. Thick, nice thick male, black male. Anyway, yeah. It's a brand new brush pile. They're definitely in it right here. I think there's a bunch of brim in there also, but what happened, that jig fell and got kind of lodged in the top. I was just kind of bouncing it through it, and he already had it in his mouth. I didn't even know he was there until I started trying to pop it up out of that brush top. But yeah, this brush pile's got a lot of fish in it. That's awesome. But you can tell how much more denser this brush is than some of that other I've been checking this morning. That other is all old stuff. It's the first new one that I just built recently that I've checked today. So it's a good thing. I see them right there for sure, crappie. Just had one too. See all them coming out? That's several of them's crappie. I shook the whole brush pile, spooked them out of there. Yeah, that thing's loaded up with fish. So many fish, and oh, there he went. There he goes right there. He thumped it good. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many fish in this brush pile. You catch them when they turn on for about 30 minutes. You can catch 20, 30 fish off this thing. That's how many's in it right now. So that's a good thing. And that one right there thumped the fire up. Well, them small ones are hitting aggressive today. Every little smaller one I've caught has been a solid thump. But yeah, so that's two out of this. Much as I don't want to stop, I need to go check more spots, but that's definitely holding a lot of fish. So it's a brand new brush pile. Try to get in there and maybe get one more of them. I'm right in there with them right there. That's where that last one was. Here comes one right there, just darted out at it. Here comes some coming in. A bunch of small fish right here on the bottom. Just thought I'd check and see what that was. Jigs right there close to them now. See them right there? See what I can do with them. Oh, there's one right there. Oh man, probably a sand bass, yellow bass. Yeah, little school of yellow bass down there. Anyway, they're fun to catch. That sucker, that little turd right there fights as hard as a 3-pound bass. I got one right there, yep. Yeah, that's another one. Look at that little sucker fight, boy. I mean, that tongue on them little dudes are stout. Right there, a little yellow bass. Okay, I got a brand new one, just dropped less than a week ago. Having a hard time seeing it. I got something going on with the sun glare on the water is distorting my view right this minute. But anyway, this brush pile fell over on me somehow. Something didn't go quite right with it, but I still think I've got some fish in it right here. But it's supposed to have been at about 10 or 12 foot, and somehow I'm sitting down there about 16 foot to the top of it. But I'm falling right in there with it right now. And yeah, there goes a fish right there. There's a fish in it already, yeah. Good deal, that's brand new brush pile, boys. Yeah, I do get excited. I guess because you work so dang hard on them. The last thing you want is to come to them and none of them have fish. So I think that's what's so exciting about it, is after such hard work, it's very rewarding it's a little small crappie, but it's a crappie. So yeah, what happened was this brush pile was supposed to, there it is right there. It was supposed to, it's leaning, see, that's going to be the end, so that thing laid over on me. Didn't have quite enough flotation in it or something, and so the top of it's probably 16, 17 foot, about 16 foot, 17, and it was supposed to be around 10 foot. I dropped this in about 20, supposed to be 22, 3 foot of water, and built it 13 to 14 foot tall, so I should have put it somewhere in the range of 10 foot. But I can tell that it's leaning over. But I can see fish on it right there. So see if I can get one more. Hopefully get one more crappie on it, and that's gonna make me feel really good about it. Even though it went wrong, sometimes screw ups turn out a good thing. Well, you see. Right in there with him. Here comes one. Oh, missed him too. Golly. 2 in a row. Hey. All right, falling back in there with them again. Here comes one right now. 2. Oh, I got that one. Yeah, there's several fish in that brush. A little better fish. Still a small one, but there's a bunch of fish there. Well, I say a bunch. There's 8 or 10 fish in that thing, maybe better. Little small, pretty fish there. I tell you what, the ones that are hitting it, especially smaller ones today, they're sucking that little hair jig up. A real rainbow neck, lead head, rainbow neck, white with a white tail, and a little flash in that tail, sickle hook. Yeah, it's a good little jig right there. Really and truly works pretty well year round, but I think it's a little bit better in the cold weather for some reason. My wife used to sell a ton of them when it got cold during the winter months. Some guys nicknamed it their cold weather jig. Here we go, we're falling in there, right there. Yeah, here goes another one right there. Oh yeah, they're all over that brush pile right there. Bunch of small ones, but they're in there. Yep, that's a little turd there. Ouch, got me. Yeah, a little bitty turd, a little young fish. But I do love seeing them fish. There we go, right there on top of them. There goes one come at me. Yep, there goes one right there, a little small one. Yeah, there's a lot of fish in that thing. More I look at, little turds, look at this one. Actually, they're getting smaller and smaller, aren't they? Yeah. Smaller and smaller. Look at that little thing. All right, well, that's a good thing. I'm gonna leave these alone and go see if I can catch a few more somewhere on another spot. I got a couple more spots I want to check real quick. There might be a few fish in the top of that one. A few nice fish in the top of it. My jig falling in there now. There he is. Yeah, that's a good fit. Look at him come up out of that brush. Oh, he's hung up. See him right there? Got me hung up in the brush. That's a good fish too. See right there when I pull, he's right there hung up. There he goes, there he goes. He came out of there. Oh yeah, nice white crappie. Man, I caught catching several whites this morning. Nice fish right there. All right. Now you better medium. Nice medium white crappie. Pretty fish though. Oh, he hit it. He got hung up right in the top of that brush. He was buried up in it. He got hung up right in the top of that. I think you can see it on that screen. Pretty fish though. Nice fish. I was just vertical jigging that with the hair jig, and he thumped it pretty good. But I think I spooked some of my fish out of that brush. There was more fish in it, and he got hung up in the top, and it shook that brush pile so bad I think some of my fish ran off on me. But there's still a couple sitting in there. Maybe all that commotion will come up. We'll get another bite. All right, folks, I'm gonna call it quits. It's getting to be about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I've checked probably 20 spots. Out of the 20, I want to say at least 6 of them were brand new. Some I've dropped just in the last, several of them in the last couple of weeks, and then some within the last little over a month. So, but anyway, found fish on quite a bit of the structure I checked. Most of the brush piles had at least some fish. Some of them was holding pretty good quantity, you know, 20, 30 fish on a couple of them. One of them probably had better than that, probably 50 fish at least. So anyway, looking pretty good. The bite was a little slow. I caught them all but one. I probably caught right around 20 fish today. I don't think I got them all on video. I didn't have the camera running the whole time. But I caught them all on my wife's little hair jig I was showing you at the beginning, a little rainbow flash jig with white tail, and all of them came off that except for one. I caught one off of blue and white pearl. I think it's Slab Slayer, Bobby Garland. And so anyway, I really wasn't trying to work on them, wear them out. I was more or less just trying to, I got trips coming up, so just doing a little scouting, checking some of my last year brush piles. Also at the same time, I was relocating some of the stuff I'd lost when my unit went out. So it was a productive day, and caught some fish. And so anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. We should have some clients with us in the next upcoming weeks. We'll be doing some videos of them with us fishing and a lot of different things. And so anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would, hit subscribe. You already have. I appreciate your support on my channel, and God bless you. Give God all the glory, and we'll see you on the next go around.